Rules of Urban Foraging, Ethics and Safety. Welcome back to Urban Green, your go-to channel for sustainable living and reconnecting with nature. Today, we're diving into an essential topic for anyone looking to forage in urban environments: the top 10 rules of urban foraging. Whether you're gathering dandelions from a vacant lot, picking wild berries along a park trail, or harvesting herbs from the cracks of the sidewalk, urban foraging can be a rewarding way to reconnect with nature. But it's not without its challenges, responsibilities, and potential hazards. Let's jump into how to forage ethically and safely in the city. Rule number 1. Know the laws and regulations. The first rule of urban foraging: make sure it's legal. Not all public spaces allow foraging, and picking plants from private property without permission is trespassing. Look up your local laws or park regulations before heading out. Some cities have specific foraging-friendly zones, while others strictly prohibit removing plants from public parks. Breaking these rules not only puts you at risk of fines, but can also damage the reputation of urban foraging as a sustainable practice. Rule number 2. Leave enough for nature and others. Ethical foraging means leaving enough behind for the environment and others who may depend on it. Birds, bees, and other wildlife rely on these resources for survival. Plus, other foragers and curious urban explorers might want to enjoy the bounty too. A good guideline: never take more than 10% of what's available in a single spot. This ensures the plant can regenerate and continue thriving for seasons to come. Rule number 3. Identify plants with 100% certainty. Miscalculations in plant identification can lead to serious health risks. Some plants have toxic lookalikes that can cause anything from mild stomach upset to severe poisoning. Invest in a reliable foraging guide or app, and always cross-reference with multiple sources. If you're not 100% sure, leave it alone. No mushroom, berry, or herb is worth the risk of a trip to the emergency room. Rule number 4. Avoid contaminated areas. Urban environments often come with pollutants. Avoid foraging near roadsides, industrial areas, or sites with visible chemical contamination. Heavy metals, pesticides, and other toxins can accumulate in plants growing in these areas, making them unsafe to eat. Aim for cleaner, more natural spaces like community gardens, parks, or abandoned lots far from heavy traffic. Rule number 5. Always ask for permission. If you're foraging on private property, always ask for permission. You'd be surprised how often homeowners are happy to let you pick fruits or herbs they're not using. A polite request can open the door to long-term foraging opportunities, and it's always better to ask than assume. Rule number 6. Protect the plants. Sustainable foraging means leaving plants intact so they can continue to grow and reproduce. Avoid pulling up roots unless you have explicit permission and it's absolutely necessary. Instead, harvest leaves, flowers, or fruits carefully using tools like scissors or a knife. This minimizes damage and helps the plant stay healthy. Rule number 7. Be mindful of invasive species. Foraging invasive species can actually benefit the environment. Plants like garlic mustard, Japanese knotweed, or Himalayan blackberry can outcompete native species and disrupt ecosystems. Harvesting these aggressively is a win-win. You get free food, and the environment gets a little relief. But remember, even invasive plants need to be foraged responsibly. Don't spread seeds or propagate them elsewhere. Rule number 8. Only take what you can use. It's tempting to gather everything you see, but only take what you know you'll actually use. Over-harvesting leads to waste and deprives others, both humans and wildlife, of those resources. Plan your foraging trips with specific goals in mind and stick to them. A small, thoughtful harvest goes a long way. Rule number 9. Forage with safety in mind. Urban areas can be full of hidden hazards, from broken glass to sharp metal or needles. Always wear gloves when foraging and watch where you step. Carry a first aid kit, and if you're trying something new, taste test cautiously. Start with a small amount to ensure you don't have an allergic reaction or sensitivity. Rule number 10, give back to the land. Foraging is about more than taking, it's about fostering a relationship with the land. Consider giving back by planting native seeds, removing trash from your foraging spots, or even volunteering for local conservation projects. When you take care of the environment, it takes care of you in return. And there you have it, the top 10 rules of urban foraging. By following these guidelines, you can forage safely, ethically, and sustainably, all while building a deeper connection with the natural world around you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Urban Green. Let us know in the comments your favorite foraging tips or stories. Until next time, happy foraging!